Well, shifting focus to India now, and the Supreme Court of India has raised stern questions on the investigation of the Manipur sexual violence incident. This as a three-member bench led by the Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud began hearing the case on Monday after the two survivors moved the apex court against the central and state governments of Manipur. Referring to the case of sexual violence against women as horrendous, the top court has called for a sense of urgency to address the matter, saying that the time is running out and Manipur is in need of a healing touch. The top judicial body has lashed out at the police and said that it does not want the case to be handled by the Manipur police. Answers are also being demanded from the police authorities on why it took them 14 days for the officials to register an FIR after the incident of sexual assault of two Kuki women came to light. Referring to the incident, the apex court has pointed out that the long-drawn ethnic tensions in Manipur have resulted in a systemic violence which is being perpetrated against women in the community. Meanwhile, courts have also pulled up the central and the state government demanding accountability for actions taken in the last 2 weeks since the first call for action was made by the courts. The bench hearing the case has also demanded information from Manipur's state government and central government on the following 6 points. How many zero FIRs have been registered so far? What is the breakup of the cases on violence against women? How many cases were transferred to jurisdictions of the police stations? How many have been arrested so far in the incident as well? And what is the status of the legal aid and package for rehabilitation being provided to the affected people? Why was the FI in the video case transferred to the magisterial court on June 24th, which is more than a month after the incident first took place? And lastly, how many Section 164 statements have been recorded? The section pertains to recording of confessions and statements under the magistrate as well. And Siddhant Sibal is now joining us from New Delhi for the very latest on this. Siddhant, tough questions there being posed by the Supreme Court for both the state and the central government. And what happened as far as the Parliament was concerned?
Well, in the Parliament, we saw the ruckus continued. We know that this is the second week of the monsoon session of the Indian Parliament, and today also the opposition and the government traded barbs. And also we know that while the government said, Piyush Goyal said in the Parliament that they're willing to have a discussion, the opposition said that they are not keen, because what they want is a statement by the Indian Prime Minister inside the Parliament. That has been the demand of the opposition since day one. So we do expect a washout this week as well. Even as last week we saw a no confidence motion, the notice being handed over to the Speaker. So the Speaker essentially has to decide when to take up this no confidence motion handed over by the opposition to him, and that has to happen within 10 days. But essentially all throughout the day we saw opposition and the government clashing, and both the houses of the Parliament have now been adjourned. They will start tomorrow, and again it is expected that the opposition is going to ask tough questions to the government, even as the government says that they are willing to have discussion, but there is no word on whether the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will make a statement or not.
Right, Siddhant, thanks very much indeed for joining us with the latest there.